Okay, so let's get into the OOTD from yesterday because a few of you reached out and told me you love the fit. And let me tell you, I felt so good in that outfit yesterday. So if you've been following me for the last couple of months, then you know that I was doing a closet clear out. With that being said, I wanted to be really intentional about the pieces that I kept in my closet because it had started to feel like my wardrobe was just a collection of collections. It was like pieces that I loved because it dropped in this collection, pieces that I could wear in multiple ways, but not necessarily pieces that told my style story, if that makes sense. I always had something to wear and the girl was always cute, but I didn't always feel like me in the clothes that I was wearing. So when I started the closet clear out, the first step, I used the Marie Kondo method and I went through and I only kept pieces that sparked joy. As you can see, I'm rocking and rolling. I got two piles going. One are clothes that I love, but they don't spark joy. And so I'm okay with letting them go. And then I have my pile of pieces that spark joy, and they're over here. I know that I'm gonna end up having to edit these pieces because there's a lot of duplication going on. Now, this is where it starts to get hard because there are pieces like this. This is just a simple bodycon skirt. And this is a piece that I would say doesn't necessarily spark joy, but I know this is a necessity because I wear pieces like this all the time. They're just so easy to throw on. So I feel like this should go in the stay pile. Although it doesn't spark joy, it sparks purpose. There we go. Another great example. I love the color of this dress. It's just so unique. It's such a pop. And it's something that I don't have in my closet. It was just why I gravitated towards it. But if I'm honest with myself, where am I wearing this to? Is this event maybe? Maybe a wedding? But then at the same time, I could literally in my mind come up with 3 other outfits that I love that spark joy that serve the same function. So for this piece, it's another one that I'm willing to let it go. And I see how Marie's process of the emotional trigger works. And it helps you to like justify letting go of a piece that you do like, but you don't love. Next, I went in and I really refined the pieces that were left. So if I had 6 pairs of skinny jeans, I kept only my top 2 favorite pair in each shade. And then I kind of like whittled those down to a point where now in my new closet system, which you guys will be seeing later this week, don't worry, it's coming. I can like visually see everything that I have. And can I tell you how that has changed the getting dressed process? Like I am in love with my wardrobe again and it feels so good to get dressed. Next step, I created a Pinterest board and I started looking for inspiration. Any influencers that I follow that I really love their style, I would like screenshot specific outfits that I liked. And then searching on Pinterest, I started to think about like, what is my style aesthetic? Like, what do I love? What do I feel the best in? And I wanted to come up with like a description. Some people tell you you should have like 3 words to describe your style. For me, I could only come up with 2. And those 2 words were classic and feminine. And it's funny because last year, I think I really went into this like rabbit hole of like, oversized clothing. And the truth is that I have like all these oversized blazers, oversized jeans, and I rarely wear them. And the reason why is because they really don't speak to my personal style. I can make them look cute for an outfit, but they're not necessarily me. So I find myself gravitating towards other pieces in my closet more. So that was one thing. And not that I'm gonna get rid of them, but it's just more so like keeping that in mind when I'm buying new pieces. That's not necessarily my style aesthetic. It might be the trend. It may be something that's appropriate for an event, but it's not something that I should have to like get a bunch of. I've told you guys, I am a faux print person. Like I love print, but not really. And I think I'm like really like pushing into that in my personal style. Like it's okay for me to not be into prints, florals, like that's okay. It's okay if I love to just put together beautiful color combinations and that's it. Also, I started looking into what colors actually fit me. Now, there are services that you can go to, and I plan on doing this at some point in the year, where you can go to someone and they're like a color specialist, and they can tell you like every color that truly complements like you exactly. Like they put up like all these different colors, and you can see how the colors alter your appearance. I want to do that because I think color matters, and I am a person who loves color. And I always gravitate towards yellow, but it was funny because I started to look at myself in some photos in yellow, and it wasn't necessarily like my favorite photos. I gravitated more towards like the oranges and the reds and all those colors, where I think yellow's my color. I'm not even sure. Now, moving forward, it's also shifted my mind with what I'm purchasing. So like I realized back in my late 20s, early 30s, a girl could rock heels and I could wear them for hours and my feet never hurt, especially pumps. But now, as I'm getting older and all the things are settling in, I realized that I have a closet full of pumps that I never wear because I don't find them to be that comfortable. Doesn't mean that I have to change what I love. I just have to modify it for my current lifestyle, which means I love a good pair of kitten heels. I've shared that multiple times. So it's like, why am I not buying more kitten heels? I was like, okay, it's time to let go of these pumps or put them in my going out closet. Ding, ding, ding. So putting together a closet that I truly love, and also pieces that I can wear all the time and feel good in, is really, really important to me. So like for instance, the boots I had on yesterday are the Chelsea boots, and I have had those for since the beginning of fall, and I struggle to find a way to wear them because they're so chunky, and I'm not necessarily, again, my personal style, classic feminine. So a chunky Chelsea boot isn't necessarily the most feminine boot, and it also is not the most classic boot. It's definitely an essential, but it doesn't necessarily go into, it just doesn't fit into that box 100%. So I struggle with them. But the way that I wore them yesterday with a chunky, oversized knit that still had a very like classic cut to it, perfection. Paired with white jeans, and again, a style that flatters me. Having the boot come right up underneath the jeans so there was no gap did not make me look shorter. And then what else did I do yesterday? Classic red lip. That's my signature. I figured that out as well. Talking to Kiera, and I was asking her, what is like a signature thing for me? Like for KK, if you've ever met her, you will know her signature is she's always gonna smell good. She's gonna smell phenomenal. She knows what works for her. And when it works, it is like perfection. She's one of those people that has like the salage. And me, I'm like, what is that thing? And she said, she goes, your red lip. She's like, whenever I see you in a red lip, it's like, or whenever I think about you, it's always a red lip. And I love that because for so many years I did not wear red lips, and then I kind of like got into a kick, and she's right. It just, when I put on a red lip, I just feel pulled together. So with that being said, having the red lip, again, classic black and white outfit, the red lip, it just, a full circle felt like me. And then again, like I said, having you guys compliment it made me feel really good about it. If you enjoyed this talk about style, let me know in the comments that you want to see more like this. I really hope you did, because I think these are the things that are really helpful. Like hauls are great, but focusing in on what is your style will make shopping so much more fun and also so much more efficient.